Welcome back to the Runs podcast. We're doing things a little bit differently this week. We've switched things around, so we've been joined from the start by Conall Whelan. Conall, thanks for joining us, mate. Thank you very much for giving us some of your time. And then Colin's got to shoot off, but then we'll do our usual wrap-up bullshit at the end, really, all right? Good. Happy. Everyone good?
All good, Matt.
Fabulous. Conall, yeah, bit of a Swiss Army knife of endurance sports on both sides of the cameras. Fair?
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as saying Swiss Army knife, but maybe a blunt bread knife.
Two strings to
Multiple
your
blunt bread knives.
Oh.
But we're getting there. Yeah, Swiss Army knife is the goal, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk a little bit slower than we normally do, but not too slow. We'll be all right. We always go right back to the start and growing up in school. So I guess you grew up in Ireland then, yeah?
Yeah.
Which
Been in Ireland all my life up until the last 2 years.
2 years, well, part of Ireland.
So I'm from Laois, which is like the very centre of Ireland, a place that nobody has really heard of. But I went to school in Kilkenny, which some people have heard of if you're into beer, probably. Kilkenny beer. And I mean, it's quite a nice spot just to go for a wedding or for a weekend away. But yeah, went to school there. So during school, I would have done a little bit of cross country through school and through an athletics club there, underage. I would have done like pretty much every sport under the hood at some point in my life when I was a kid. I was luckily the oldest child, so my mother put me into every sport possible, whereas my brothers didn't quite get that opportunity. I think the last lad here was forced to do one sport and one sport only. Luckily he's good at that sport, so just in case he's listening. But then so that club actually that I joined and the school that I went to was actually a really good running school and has like a number of really, really good athletes currently that some are actually pro at the minute, which is really cool. So there was definitely like a great sporting atmosphere in the school, which really kind of drove me on. Now, I wouldn't say I was ever in the mindset where I was doing more than 50k a week as a youngster, whereas some of the others probably were, but I always just did it for fun, I suppose. And it was great to have like a team mentality as well within the school, because it's always a team mentality, even nowadays, but mainly in school it was like we're on the bus and teachers standing up giving the team talk, and like the one line I always remember is like, lads, right, steel is strong, it doesn't break under pressure. Copper's brittle, lads, you need to be steel.
Right. I got the name for I love it when the episode name just pops out of nowhere. So I'm sorted on that at the end. But what about team sports? It sounds like you were running from an early age as well.
Yeah.
Team sports in school as well?
Not in school, but outside of school. So like pretty much most of the country plays either hurling or Gaelic football growing up. So I would have played a bit of both, mainly hurling. So the school I went to was like the hurling school. So like sports was massive. Hurling was the major sport. Running was very much secondary, but it still had that kind of sporting mentality, which is great. And competitiveness. It was an all boys school as well, which like adds to the competitiveness.
That must be wild.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I never think about it, or I never thought about it at the time, but I think about it now that like, if you go to that school now, or if you went back then, 50% of people walk around the school with a hurl in their hand between classes. Like it's mental, but it's super cool. It's just great that like they love sport, I suppose. But yeah, I would have played like team sports growing up. But I think I was always more interested in the individual sports. I'm not too sure why, but I would have, as I said, I would have done like quite a lot of athletics growing up as a kid in like early secondary school and even pre-secondary school. But then I got into like orienteering.
Yeah.
So I took a little bit of a pivot and started doing that, and I would have run cross country and stuff from the fitness that I would have had from training for that, because obviously it's quite running based as well.
Yeah.
So I would have done that all the way up until I was 18, and that would have been my kind of primary sport. And a lot of that, I actually dedicate quite a lot of my filming these days to orienteering, because I think there's not many people who probably are able to like run through a crowd of people while looking at a camera, while looking at the people beside you, while like trying to avoid every spectator. Whereas like I genuinely think that like orienteering, reading a map, running
Yeah.
through a forest,
Yeah.
like 100% it has to be that.
Yeah, that's some
Which
skill.
is cool.
Your school sounds like Hogwarts with less girls and less magic.
Well, there's a bit of magic.
That sounds
Bit of
like
magic. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
it's a very different school to the ones like we kind of grew up with as well. And you're relatively young as well, Con, right? How old are you?
26.
26, yeah,
Hopefully
definitely.
that's relatively young. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it is.
Nikki's 47 this month, so
Not
absolutely.
48 this month.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm just being kind. So, and then obviously you stay in Ireland, carry on after that. Off to university after that as well, then, or what comes next?
Yeah. I went to university and I went to Dublin, UCD, University College Dublin. I did a year of architecture and didn't enjoy it too much. Had a lot of fun, but didn't enjoy it. Running took a huge nosedive. I think I did one session a week, and I think that was my only run. Like each week was just the session. Which I mean, obviously, like people either go one way. I think in college, it's either to go like fully into sport or fully away from sport for a period at least. And I think for a period, I was definitely fully away from sport. I definitely always like did a little bit of sport. I never like completely stopped. I
Yeah.
think it was the friends that I had that really kept me going. Like a lot of them were into running, a lot of them were into various other sports. So and obviously the college is pretty sporty as well. So that was good. And then dropped out of that and then did economics and finance for 4 years,
Yeah.
including an internship. So I had quite a long undergrad
Yeah,
stint in college, 5 years. 5 years
Driver.
for a 3-year course, which is crazy. But anyway,
yeah. You like the Irish Van Wilder. Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, I think
cool. Do you know who Van Wilder is?
No.
I do not.
Too young.
Van Wilder was like a young Ryan Reynolds. Van Wilder, just about, it's a film about a student that just stays on year after year after year.
Okay.
Try and catch it on your next flight home. But probably shit now that you're 26, like, but it was funny back then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but that's where your career then, well, not your career now, but then that's where your career kind of led to as well, then, them courses. And you talk about the internship. Is that when you moved then, or was that done in Ireland as well?
That was all in Ireland, yeah. So I worked for another year after that in Ireland, in finance in like an Irish startup, which was like great fun. I think like it was pretty competitive, and obviously like I think I'm pretty competitive naturally, so that kind of led me to and really enjoy, I suppose, that job for that year. And then I moved to London with the same job. Just the opportunity came up, so I said, why not?
Yeah.
Literally no particular reason, to be honest, other than the fact that like Dublin, I'd done 6 years there. It's quite a small city. I'm not a city person, but and London was never on the cards. It was literally like a last minute 1 month before. Let's just do it. And obviously, like from then until now, like where I am now, obviously, like all of that has to do with the move. So I'm very glad that I made that move.
Sliding doors. We said it loads of times, haven't we, Nick? Sliding doors, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, moments and things happen for a reason, don't they? So
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, exactly.
When did you pick running back up then?
Yeah. I
Getting close
picked running back. So, yeah, last year. No. I don't know if it's to be honest, I still haven't picked it back. No, I did, yeah, during school. So I actually, or during college, sorry. I think it was like my final year. I think during the internship year, which was my second year, I started getting back into it a bit by myself, started doing like kind of consistent running. And then in final year of college, I was like, I just suddenly realized I have all this opportunity, all these like facilities that I just haven't really been taking advantage of. And I was like, it just when you mature, do you know the thing called maturity? Yeah, eventually hit me. um, and so that was in final year. And also, I will say that I did have a girlfriend at the time who was very fast, and pretty much like I think I ran 16:40 in my second last year of college, which like as a 21-year old is not great if you want to take it seriously. But for me at the time, it was like that was good. Um, and then she was 17:10, and I was like, that's too close for comfort. Um,
I need to work.
started working on it, got it down to like 16:15, like just in the next race essentially. And then literally the next race after that, which was a couple of months, like towards the end of college, it was like 15:30, just like 45-second PB. I was like, class. I was like, that should do it. That should do it. She was 16:40 in that same race. I was like,
She
this is the
binned off
business.
because you were fast. Oh,
What was that, sorry?
then she binned you off because you were too fast then.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Yeah, couldn't keep up. God, I hope she isn't watching this.
Well, I guess when you moved to London, and that's like a big jump, and you said it sounds like maybe it doesn't phase you that much either. But you came, obviously, you go into work for a company and stuff like that. But do you lean into the running community then when you moved to London to kind of make friends and everything as well through that?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, when I was moving over, I was choosing my location to like live in, which it ended up being another guy who kind of chose that location. So I was looking at like clubs in the area, it was east side, so the opposite side of the city to where I am now. And I was looking at like Kent Athletics, I think it was, which was like relatively close and a good club. And there was a few ones that were a little bit closer. And I was looking at Facebook, all of their Facebook pages to see like to gauge how young everyone is, how many people are in it, how social the group is. And then I came across Belgrave, the club that I've currently joined, and I was like, okay, that's probably for me. And then I knew a girl who's Irish, who was in the club previously, who said, yeah, do it. So I joined Belgrave, and I literally commuted 50 minutes in one direction to training every Tuesday and Saturday for the first year in London, before I moved west, where I am now. So yeah, I joined Belgrave, great club, really social, like good standards. You just need all of that to like really progress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How,
definitely.
what was your mode of commute then?
The mode, it was train,
Yeah.
tube. It was like scream, like it's in full running kit, like on the tube, sweaty
It's all
on the
right
way
though.
to
Not so good coming
track.
back.
I
Oh,
was
it's
wondering when you got the bike and the goggles out as well, because
yeah.
I've seen you've done a triathlon as well. You just throw yourself into everything.
Yeah, I mean, I do, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't say like I still haven't done any ultras. Another
One
part, I suppose, when
and
I'm
done
running.
is true.
Sorry.
One and done.
Yeah. Um, I think that the triathlon, like I tried it twice now, but I actually really like it. Something that I did miss out on actually in my running career, which is also something I probably do throw myself into, is like trail running. And it's just something I cannot do in London, but it's something I really got into like back home. So I used to do like sky races, which are like 25, usually like 25K with like 2,500 meters. So like what's that, like 5,000
Yeah,
feet? Six, no,
4,500.
sorry, more like 7,500 feet. Um so yeah, I used to like love that. I used to love like 4 or 5 hours of just like hiking, hands on knees, and like really difficult terrain. I think it was the orienteering crossover as well. It was like I love running on like really rough stuff. Um, which I haven't done it since really. Since I moved to London, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
like
it's a bit
it's
hard in
definitely a
itself.
massive part of my journey. And I did try and get like an Irish Fest once, and I was like just off the positioning. I think I came fifth and top four qualify in the selection race. But it's definitely something I'd love to get back into in the future.
Yeah. But you've got so much running and swimming and biking ahead of you because you're still like, so young at 26 as well, right?
I think especially the hill running and stuff like that's like something you kind of peak when you're mid 30s. It's like a really strength based sport. So and cycling as well. To be fair, as long as you're not like elite, I think you do have a lot of longevity and
Yeah.
marathon running. But like 5Ks, 3Ks, track stuff, yeah, I probably am peaking right now. So I actually need to debut soon enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's sort it out. But longer distance as well, you're not too shabby over the half by all accounts.
Yeah, I've done like four halves now. 2022, 23, 24, and 25. So every year essentially done like went from like 74 minutes down to like 69 low. And yeah, I think like I'm definitely going to put my head down for early spring and try and get a solid time, because I think like realistically from what I can see, I put in pretty minimal effort into those races and I was pretty happy with the outcome.
Yeah. Hackney, I need to ask you a question about Hackney. I was looking at your photos. Did you lose your sunglasses or have you just taken them off your head?
I took I took them off and put them in my pocket because it was cloudy firstly, and secondly it was quite warm and humid, so they had like misty do you know those misty
Yeah.
things you have to run through, and like you run through those with a pair of glasses on, you can't see
Can't see
what's
where
going
you're
on.
going.
Yeah, so no, I took them off. I actually luckily had it was kitted out in Hoka, so the Hoka half tights that I was wearing have like an exceptionally big pocket on the back that you can actually fit like a proper big phone into. So I can just slide them in there. They're really good. Fully recommend.
I don't mind that because I had the Nike, what, the Air, what are they called, Nick?
Aero Swifts.
I had them and I was getting on with them so well, and then one day they just combusted while I was running in them, and I haven't gone back to half tight since. So I might have a look at Hawker because I do
Yeah,
prefer hot. Do you prefer half tights or short shorts?
I'm half tights, but I think that's just like depending on who you are, because like chafe in short shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna wear I was gonna wear short shorts later, just to mix it up, but luckily people don't have to go
Worry
through
about
viewing
that.
that anymore.
Shorter
no,
distance, yeah, it's shorts, and it's you
Yeah,
haven't got a lot
exactly.
of time to chafe. So anything
yeah.
over 10K or
Exactly, yeah.
10K up half tights.
Yeah.
But I haven't got my legs are like in the least positive way possible. My upper legs and too big for half tights, and then they just not half tights, short shorts, and then they just ride up, and it looks like I'm wearing a tennis dress.
Maybe
But
that's the look you're
Pressure
going for. I don't know.
protectors.
yeah, I don't mind it at the moment. I don't mind it. So you've done like a lot of running, a lot of dipping in, dipping out, and stuff like that, without taking it too serious. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I mean, I've never taken it seriously, which is like it's not something that I advocate for, but it's just something that I've always done, and I think I just do it for the fun of it. And obviously, you can see that with results. Like I have friends who are all substantially faster than me. I'm probably very much middle of the road in terms of if you line all my friends up, and I'm okay with that. I like definitely like it's obviously partially a talent thing, but also partially a commitment thing. And like I
Yeah,
just have so much else going on that
Yeah.
like I will prioritize other things, and I will just do it for enjoyment, I suppose.
yeah, and that leads us on nicely, really, to the content side of it because you're going to be at these races anyway.
Yeah,
You're on the other side of the camera.
yeah. Yeah, 100%.
When did all, like, obviously we spoke about the orienteering and stuff like that. And if everyone has seen the content by now, I'm sure of it. But when did the kind of interesting content, and I'd scroll back quite far, and it looked like a normal start for anyone is like self content, really, and then just move into the other side. You tell me if I'm wrong, obviously.
Yeah. No, I'm just lucky I cleared out my Instagram before this. Taking out all the 16-year-old me drinking cans in an alleyway.
That's what we'll be doing next Saturday. It's fine, behind the shed. But
Welcome to Cardiff. Great.
when did all that start for you from like a hobbyist point of view? Because obviously we've moved into a career in it now, but where's the starting point for content and video, really, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So it happened all in tandem, I suppose, with running. So when I said I had like these group of people around me that were all into running, there was like a core group of people that were really into hill running, and that's how I got into hill running as well. And that group of people, there was like two people in that group that were really into like photography and would just bring a camera out, get a nice photo of in the hills or mountain biking. One of them was really into mountain biking, and like it was so good. Like their content back then, just pictures were like really, really beautiful, and I was like always in awe of that. So I like brought a GoPro with me, and they were taking photos, and I just started taking videos essentially, and started putting together little vlogs. We kind of all put together little vlogs together. I did dabble previously when I was like 13 in like some like videography class outside of school for like 6 months or a year or something like that. So that kind of did trigger things, I suppose, but then stopped for a couple of years and then went back into it through these friends. And then, yeah, it was just always like a hobby. And I mean, still a hobby, but thank God I get paid for it now. And then, yeah, like I dropped, like everything, I just dropped off in college and did a little bit, but not a huge amount, just purely for fun. Some little, like if you look back at the GoPro vlogs, like they're just like nothing fancy, but
They
just running up
gotta
a
be.
hill with.
It's the same as like you speak about everything, getting faster at running, us getting better at podcasting. We spoke to Cole. We had Cole on, and he said he thought about deleting his first ever YouTube video, and he thought, no, I want to keep it there because I've got to go back and see how far I've progressed in that side of everything as well. You've got to be shit at something to get better at it, haven't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I actually I love the initial videos as well. Like they are just so fun. Like you can just tell from watching them that like I did it purely for enjoyment and no other reason. I mean, back then, like even, I mean, this was like 10 years ago now. So even if I could have gotten paid for it, like not many people were getting paid for that kind
No.
of content, or like it wouldn't have even crossed my mind, or it wouldn't have even been a thing, to be honest, to like ever like push content for the purpose of like people viewing it. It was actually just for like ourselves.
Another cool.
And yeah, so then kept doing that, and then during being in London and being in Belgrave, like they quite liked their Instagram. There was one particular guy who loved like taking photos at events and putting them up on the club's Instagram. And luckily he asked me, because I expressed interest, I suppose, in it. He asked me to go along and shoot some of the like Friday night under the lights
Yeah.
and comeback races, comeback race. So I did that, and then it kind of snowballed from there. I started getting a few job offers for small races, some of which I would have done with him at the time. And yeah, like he was very experienced. It wasn't his job, but he was very experienced, and he showed me like I can definitely attribute a lot of what I've done the last like 2 years to him showing me the ropes and showing me, like, essentially telling me every video that I made looks shit, and this is why it looks shit. And like I loved that. Like I needed someone
Yeah,
obviously there
honest.
to say that. And yeah, I think everyone needs like a mentor in like a creative space, and I
Yeah, and you want to hear that.
had him for a while.
that's where you want to hear in that space, rather than everyone just going, "Oh yeah, it's brilliant, it's brilliant, it's brilliant." You
Yeah,
know it's not brilliant, and you're just trying to get like a
yeah,
second opinion to tell you that it's not brilliant, don't you?
yeah, yeah. And he was great for that. I think he did tell me once it was great, and I think I lost the plot. Went heavy on the points that night.
Yes, she's broken it.
But yeah, then like it just got to a stage where I was just like, here, I need to consider potentially just like leaving my job and doing it full time for a while to see how it goes. So that's what I did, and
Yeah.
it's been going pretty well so far. But I'm quite not risk averse. Definitely not risk averse. I don't
No,
think
you're
anyone
not.
who's risk averse is going to like quit their job. But like, I'm still very conscious that like, and appreciative of everything, I suppose, and like want to keep the ball rolling because it is just a momentum thing.
Yeah.
And like as soon as you stop it, everything stops. I think like I've definitely experienced that previously. So just need to keep the ball rolling and keep putting myself out there essentially and keep
Yeah.
trying to make decent content.
That's it, isn't it? Because everyone can make content, and there's nothing worse than shit content. Fair?
Yeah, yeah,
So what you do, I mean, the stuff you were doing, and again, going back to what you said, you have to be fast to do the content you're making. Your most iconic kind of content is that
yeah.
along the side with the crowd cutting in and out of the runners in the background as well. If I done that, it'd just be my face would be on the floor, my camera would be on the floor. But that's like, did you come up with that idea yourself, or have you like, is it you seen it elsewhere? Because I associate that kind of content. If I see video like that now, I think that must be Connell's.
Mm. I mean, I'm definitely not going to claim a shot, but
No,
I maybe perfected it. Yeah, I didn't see it anywhere else previously, and I don't really know why I decided to do it, but it probably was a mixture of like, oh, I'm actually able to run, and I have this camera and stabilizer that works pretty well. So like, why don't I just combine the two and make sure I can maximize the amount of time I'm with someone in a race, so that I can um yeah, like see them for an extended period of time, which was on full show in London Marathon this year, where I actually signed up to run alongside Philly Bowden for a kilometer, which definitely tested me. And I didn't test my legs at all. I didn't even consider my arms. Like this thing's like 2.5 kg, and I had to run a kilometer. Oh, it was, and I clearly you can't see on camera, but I haven't hit the gym in about 4 months. I'm not a gym goer.
no, me neither. No, Nick, really, you?
No, my bollocks.
No, what's around?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
was, and I was looking through your content earlier and your Instagram page again earlier, and it's almost like a who's who of who we've had on the podcast as well. It was like Lucy Jones was on there, Cole again was on there, Jack was on there, and you're running with these people and keeping up with these people. But these opportunities don't come up to you if you're shit at what you do either, do they? You worked with Georgia Bell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. I haven't ran alongside her now in a 1500, but uh,
You don't find
um, I might be able to keep up in a 5K.
Yeah, drag it
She needs
out.
to get her DMs off us, but she never does. I'd love to get. She's like one of my dream guests because she's got such a good story as well. I mean, she's similar, not
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
to yours with like quitting a well-paid
In
job,
hours, yeah,
chase the goal
yeah,
as well. So
yeah.
what's next on the cards for you, Anne? Both sides of the camera.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I'm doing the. I was told it's Tana Pandy, not Tony Pandy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tony Pandy, well done.
They would call it. They probably call it Tony Pandy around here for hilarious effect, really. But yeah, Tony Pandy it is.
Okay, Tana Pandy. Okay, I'll have to remember that. And then there's Burnham Beaches, which is like 10K and a half this Sunday. Which I have been asked to go along to film just a race recap essentially for Runners Retreat, which is like a small running store in Marlow, and they have like a new store in Bagshot now. So doing that this weekend, and then Tony Pandy the next weekend, and then UTMB,
Oh,
which
nice.
will be getting back to my trail roots.
Yeah.
Is that a dream gig for you?
I actually don't currently have any work lined up for it. I was just like, I've emailed a few people, because obviously, like, being from London and being into content, it's very hard to get picked up by any brands from like a trail running perspective. If firstly on my portfolio, like if you look at my Instagram, there's no trail stuff whatsoever. People don't know that I used to do trail running. So like there's that side, and then secondly, like being based in London, that you're just overlooked. So I have emailed a few people, I've reached out to a few people saying I will be there. I am hoping I might get something if I'm lucky. But at the same time, I'm kind of like pretty happy not to get work and just to use the first time being there as an opportunity to get exactly what I want so that I can build out a portfolio and then hopefully get trail stuff in the future. Because I'd love to be able to run down a trail and capture
Oh my God.
trail runners.
What palpitations thinking of that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm buzzing for it. It should be great. And I've never been. I've never even been to Chamonix, so and obviously every brand is there and all that, and it's a great networking opportunity. So I think I unfortunately don't really have a big gig lined up. It's nothing exciting, but like I'm actually taking it as a positive, to be honest.
Yeah, just
For
go
now.
do what you
But
want to do.
if anyone's listening to this,
Yeah, it's still take an opportunity, but yeah, it'd be class. I want to just go do what you
yeah,
want to
exactly.
do, follow who you want. Yeah,
You've got
so
no-
proud. It looks amazing.
Yeah. So there's been very few like I mean, every time I'm abroad with a camera, like I do have a gig on. I am I suppose getting paid or whatever to be at that
Yeah.
race. This is like the first time that like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out of my way to like get to pay for it all myself just to get what I want. I actually did yet today get offered like accommodation at it, which was nice in exchange for a little shoot. But I have a camper van booked anyway, so no need for the accommodation, no need for the four walls.
No. And I think that'll be like refreshing for you as well, really, because
Yeah,
there's no brand guidelines. There's no, I need
yeah,
this shot, I need that shot. You can
yeah,
rock up, build the content out, and then show them what you're about without any chains on.
yeah, 100%. That's the plan.
Yeah. What about on the other side? Ironmans, marathons, ultras, a lot, is it?
I actually, I mean, I was supposed to do this race later, but it's not looking likely now. I have nothing on my cards. I was actually supposed to do Antrim Coast next weekend, but I am now working, so I cannot do. Oh, well, I'm working at the night before in Wales. Yeah, Antrim Coast would have been great, but it looks like an incredible race. Like there's like 6 people sub 60 who are entered into it, which is mental.
Fast.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I'm looking at my calendar now, and I'm like in September, I've a good few gigs on that are international that I will be traveling to, like Berlin and Copenhagen, more than likely. So it's just like it's so tough to find a weekend where there's a race that's firstly not sold out, because every race in the UK is sold out. Cambridge came out today and it was gone straight away, sold out. So I'm actually, to be honest, I'm looking at like I'll do cross country. I love cross country. I'll do a couple of cross country races in November, December, and then in the new year I will probably do Barcelona half, and there's a Dublin half marathon now in the centre, which is pretty decent. So I'll probably do that as well. Easy to get into.
Yeah, I think Mick done it last year, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he won. Did he win it?
Yeah, I think so.
There's a couple in Dublin, but I think this was the first year this year that they have this particular one. It's in March. But I think like this is like a decent one. Some of the other ones aren't quite as good. I think this one had like 10 people sub 70 last year, and it was 1 in 65.
Yeah, I'm sure Mick won
which
it
is
up to London.
solid.
I'm not sure. So busy then, and everything's going swimmingly at the moment.
Yeah. Well,
Apart from his debut
nothing's
track.
ever going swimmingly. Nothing ever is going swimmingly. But and I mean, if you look at my Strava, nothing's going swimmingly really. But I think it's a big thing in my running journey, which I'm trying to kind of figure out now, is that like you go from a structured job 9 to 5 into like a freelance world where like there's no structure. Some weeks you're like there's nothing on. Some weeks it's like every evening there's something on, or every day there's something on. You have to be in a certain location. I love cycling in the summer. I think like it's a time thing. It's tricky to get the time to do it, but like if you have time, I love riding my bike. I definitely choose that over running. And I think it's like really good for like endurance as well. But I've just been like tipping away at like cycling with a bit of running, some weeks more running than others recently. And I don't think I'm unfit. I'd love to just do a half marathon like this weekend, just see like baseline where I'm at, because my Strava it is mental. But like every now and then I do a session and I'm like, oh, that actually is like fine. So I'm just winging it, to be honest, at the minute. Yeah.
You are, but you fucking
yeah. Going from Cole talking about his training philosophies to me is just polar opposite. But
that's like like me and that.
But obviously he's a better runner, so I'll give him that one.
Oh, he's chasing you down on the content front as well, slowly but surely, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
We said about Cole
He's
last week, and you know Cole, and he's got a really good gig with Adidas, just like breaking the mold a little bit as well, which sounds like it's a massive split between actually running and the content side of it as well. Do you see more kind of deals like that coming out for content creators and the faster ones as well?
Yeah. It's a good question, really. I haven't really seen many ones like he has, because obviously he's like it's like an Adidas. I'm pretty sure it's like funded through Start Fitness, so like Start Fitness will take the lead on that, and then would have probably, I'm assuming Start Fitness would have pitched to Adidas the idea of doing this. I've seen it like even do you know Runner's Nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done a little bit of work with them, and I'm hopefully will be doing a little bit more work in the future with him as well. Like he's kind of a similar setup where he has like a page, he has an audience like Cole does. Obviously, a lot of his content is about like other runners. It's about winning races, about shoes and stuff like that. But he actually was hoping to like run Berlin himself, and like Adidas were going to kind of support him doing that and to get content of himself. So like there's a definitely opportunity, I think, to like pitch to brands.
Yeah.
Like that aren't quite the norm. These days I think brands love like storytelling and love like a character. So I think like there's definitely more and more opportunity for like pitch to brands and for getting these kinds of gigs. But yeah, I haven't seen like a huge amount of them yet. But I think it is slowly getting
creeping out.
more towards that. Yeah.
It's king, isn't it? Content is king, but shit content can go in the bin as well. But and that's playing into people like yourselves, Hans, and people are getting better, and especially for maybe athletes that are bang at the top end and stuff like that. And you look at triathlon and stuff as well, like that. When you become pro in these sports, it's the 1% that are making a lot of money, and the others rely heavily on funding and the content side, which we spoke about it with Lucy recently, and she's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not worried, but whatever it is, about trying to kind of dip into the content side of everything as well to raise your profile, because there's so many people, and we've spoke about them as well, that are not as fast, that are getting all the opportunities because their content is so good as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually do. Like, I have quite a strong opinion on that, because like it's not ideal that people who are good runners aren't getting the funding because they don't have a social media or don't have any kind of social presence. But at the same time, like, that is the nature of the sport. That is the world we live in. Brands will be supporting athletes and paying for athletes not out of the goodness of their hearts, so that they can sell more shoes.
Yeah, it
And if they have an audience for it, like, then they will sell more shoes naturally. So like, I think like people give out about lack of funding in the sport and stuff like that. Like, I think it's very hard to. Obviously, the brands have like budgeted and they know exactly, I suppose, like how much they need to give in order to get a return. Like at the end of the day, these are massive corporates. Um, they have it all planned out. Like I think, like in terms of like lack of funding and stuff, like it is the government. I'm assuming that probably should be more.
Yeah.
People should be more looking at to like actually support athletes. I wouldn't be giving out too much about the brands, but yeah, the brands, like I think this is a massive thing in Ireland as well, that there's like so many good athletes that are coming out of Ireland, but like pretty much none of them have a social media presence, and so they're getting overlooked. I mean, there's like um Conall Doyle, who like he won his repechage in the Olympics and got into semi-final 1500, and he only got picked up by Nike after that. Um, doesn't really have a social media presence. There's a guy who I went to college with who is like, I actually don't even know what his 5K time was, but I'm pretty sure was in around the 14, slightly sub 14 minute mark for like years. Was out in the US in doing a master's. He was undergrad with me. Ran in a Irish club vest a couple of weeks ago in like some marathon trial and ran 2:10. He ran like 2:10 in in Irish club vest. Like nobody had really seen much of what he was doing before that. And like it's once again, it's down to social media. Like he probably will struggle to get a
Yeah.
contract off that. There's a couple of guys actually. There's another guy who I actually was in the year above me in school who just got who got the Irish national record for marathon, Peter Lynch, 2:09, a couple of weeks ago. And he was on a Puma contract, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't a full Puma contract until recently. Like none of them have social media. And I hate saying it because like it's such a terrible thing to say. Oh, if you want to like make it, you need to have social media. But like if you want to make it, you kind of have to have a social media because the brands are going to overlook you without that. And for them, it's a money making thing, which is fair enough, to be fair.
Yeah. But
Definitely.
the thing is, I mean, the social media is a money making machine as well, but they have to invest. And it's hard because of you don't know the finances and stuff like that involved, but more of these athletes, because it's a full time job as well. It's two full time jobs. I spoke about it a million times. Being an
Yeah.
athlete, and you almost got to be a pro videographer and editor as well. They need to be investing in using people like you and other professionals in that space, which will allow them to make better content, get better followers, and open up different brand deals and money from that as well. It's a vicious circle, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I think there's definitely. I would love if like athletes were reaching out to me to like get stuff for their personal pages as opposed to brands as well. Because I mean, I'd love to even just like even if they have the ideas and I just like execute it or talk through ideas with them. Like if it improves the sport and it helps them along their journey, like I think would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing you down Tawny Pandy as well. But before you go, Nikki does a favourite section, and then I briefed you on the two questions we ask you at the end as well. So I hope you've got the answers for them. First,
The answers for those, yeah. Hopefully, there's no secrets or no surprises here. But
no, Nikki's a straightforward. Go for it, Nick.
Right, it's just favourite. It is Conall. So favourite distance.
a half marathon, yeah.
Favourite shoe.
Adidas Pro 4s.
A lot of people are liking them lately. I can't remember. I was talking on the weekend and they were telling me how good they are.
I said about getting a pair the other day, didn't I?
You did.
Now, I've never tried the Pro 3s. I've actually never tried any of the other pros. Pro 2s and 3s. So yeah, I just have tried the Pro 4s and relative to like, I mean, I've tried so many different shoes. That's what's great about working with the brands is they love donating shoes, the cause. And yeah, so like I've tried the Hoka Cielo X2s,
Yeah.
mental shoe. That's what I ran Hackney in.
No, but they're
Uh,
a bit too Balenciaga for me. They are.
yeah, yeah. Like in terms of flashy, like,
Yeah, they're chunky and they
or
look. Yeah, you'd wear them to the club with jeans. Like,
it's all about style for you, is it?
Style, yeah.
fashion over function.
Style. Yeah.
I mean, if yeah, kill two birds with one stone, you can wear them in the office and on the commute.
I've seen a few
No, I
out for
think
flights
they're
while
a
I was a
mental
student.
shoe. Yeah.
People
But no, I
walking.
think Pro Fours are like a nice balance of like responsiveness, but also like relatively sturdy.
Anyway, next one. Favorite race?
In terms of like meat or
Yeah, meet. Favorite
um,
race you've run in, filmed, whatever you want to go.
um Parliament Hill National XC. I actually
Oh,
haven't ran it, but I did film it, and it's iconic.
That
I'm
yeah.
was
actually gut. I
Go
got
on.
great content from it, but I'm gutted. I'm gutted I didn't run it because
Run it.
it looked incredible.
your
Like
first side by side, wasn't it, with Jack from Flycar? Was that pretty much
I
where
would have done London. I did London last year, as well, very early on. I borrowed equipment last year off my friend to do London last year, like early days. But yeah, I did the flight garb Jack Ray run alongside. But like the course is so suited for me, just knee deep in mud, hills. Like I love that.
Get
Love
in there
that.
next time.
Yeah, 100%.
Favorite runner?
Yeah, I wasn't prepped on these ones.
Oh, you will.
I didn't know what they were until just now.
um, Dylan Nas.
Big
Dylan
shout out to
Nazareth.
local boy.
Like, yeah, like, I mean, was it 2 years ago when I met him first? He was my standard. Probably was a little bit quicker. And he's just put in 2 years of such consistent, solid work. Now, he's given up running. He's a full-time cyclist now, but
Yes.
he's getting back into running, but I think he might do a duathlon. Rumor has it beforehand. He,
Scoop. We've got a
yeah, I
scoop.
definitely shouldn't have been saying that on the podcast. But no, I think it's like so impressive to see someone, I could have probably gone and said like a pro international athlete, but I think it's better to like say someone that I've seen
Yeah.
go from one level to
Someone you
another,
know.
and like the dedication he's put in to just like improving his times is incredible and inspiring. I wish it was more inspiring. Would actually do it myself, but
Perhaps.
no, it's yeah.
Well,
It just shows, I think, that like if you put work in, you can definitely get
results can
good
come.
places in the sport.
And last one, bucket list race.
It's going to have to be like a trail race. I think probably like Sierra Zinal or something like that.
Yeah. Race
One
Killian.
of the Golden Trail Series races. Yeah, exactly. I've actually already raced him.
Have you?
I raced him two summers ago in like a very low key sky race that's like near his house. So
Yeah.
in Norway, and he goes out and just does it every year. And to be honest, I was going to say he wipes the floor. He didn't really wipe the floor. There's so many low key absolute animals in Norway.
Yeah.
Like just one of the guys like came pretty close to him, who's just like an average off. I don't know where he works. He's probably an accountant or something. Just beast.
I know that's not.
Yeah. Crazy, but I actually, he was in the race, which is cool. He's really small.
That's brilliant.
Maybe get him on the podcast next.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. He's exceptional athlete. Like the stuff he does is mental.
Yeah.
Happy days, happy days. The two I gave you. So you need a song for the playlist. You said that was easy. You had that wrapped up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Fontaine's DC and it's called Favorite. Funnily enough.
And have you
Ever
had...
heard of it?
No, Fontaine's and on my bio.
You should be, guys. You should be. You're missing out on the trend.
We'll be on
I'll
it.
have to
We'll
go and
be.
listen to it now. Yeah, I'll have a look. And have you had plenty of time now to figure out who's going to play Conall Whelan in a movie of his life?
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad I got prepped for this because I was thinking about it.
But, you know, sometimes I forget to tell people. I can't believe sometimes how stumped people are. It's like I would answer off the top of my head every day. But some people are just,
Really?
oh my God, what do you
Is
mean?
this is something you think about in your commute? Is it every day?
Really,
Yeah.
Just like random thoughts. Out of interest, before I say it, can I flip the question and ask two of you after 50 minutes of talking to me, who do you think would play me?
I
don't know.
I can
Colin
answer.
Farrell.
Colin Farrell. Yeah, it's on brand.
Yeah, I don't know. Could we get Sam Rockwell to look 26?
I also don't know why I asked because I feel like I'm not going to know 70% of the actors.
You
But
know Sam Rockwell is surely.
Sam Rockwell, I'll definitely recognise him.
What's his name?
Oh yeah,
Got a bit of Eddie. What's Eddie's surname? They're
Redmayne.
going to come from Fantastic.
Eddie Redmayne.
I think I was going to go with Paul Mescal.
Oh, Mescal.
What did Gladiator do? Have you seen
Do you
Gladiator?
know Paul Mescal? Yeah,
Yeah.
I have seen Gladiator 2. Now,
What do you think?
yeah, I think can we, I'm going to say Paul Mescal pre-Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
We have this.
I mean,
Yeah.
looks-wise during Gladiator 2, but kind of persona-wise and acting-wise pre-Gladiator.
Yeah. Have a regular argument in our WhatsApp group about how bad Gladiator 2 is. I think it's all right if Gladiator 1 doesn't exist, but the other boys think
Yeah, that's the thing.
in the bin. But I think Gladiator
Yeah.
1 makes it a lot worse.
Yeah.
Fair?
No, yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, the Sharks in the Coliseum were kind of the final straw for me.
What a wonderful place to end our chat. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll be back shortly to wrap up everything else. But Conall, hopefully you find your way to Tornapandy. Have you got a guide? Have you got maps? You know where you're going here? Are you just coming down
I
and
think,
going
yeah.
straight?
I assume it's on Google Maps, is it?
Yeah.
Is Google Maps found Wales yet?
Yeah.
Aye. Wait till you
I'm only
get
joking. I get those jokes all the time.
Stunning track.
Oh, it's a lovely track. You get...
Yeah, I've heard actually the backdrop is spectacular,
Yeah,
so I'll
it
definitely
is.
have to be. I'm gonna get bring the drone. Bring the drone.
room.
So
We'll
back.
see you down there. But
Yeah.
Nick, anything before we let Conall go?
No, that's great. Thanks, Conall, for your time. Appreciate it. We always do with our guests, and we'll see you next week.
Welcome back. Conall's gone. Enjoyed that chat. It's good for me, is it? Content and running. Bit of both. My kind of guest.
It is your kind of guest. Nice bloke. And bit of a scoop. He's there next week filming Tornapandy track, so it'd be good to catch him in person.
Yeah, happy days. Should do. It's only a track. He'll be somewhere in the middle, won't he?
He won't be far. Or he might be chasing Jake round.
Oh, fucking hell. Mind you, he's seasoned. He can keep up with Jake for a bit.
Yeah, he'd be able to keep up with him for a lap or two.
Yeah. Right, what have we been up to? First, I'm prepared. I've got a book today. First on the agenda, our midweek 5Ks and another PB for you.
Yes, down at the Cardiff Summer Sizzler last... Was it Wednesday? Whenever it was, both Wednesday. Yeah, went down to that last Wednesday, and rocked up and finally got that sub 17 a year later than planned after my podium disaster. But yeah, ran it the totally wrong way you could run a 5k. But still PB'd. Bit disappointed, but you can't be too disappointed at PB'd. Broke 17 for the first time. Yeah, good night. Nice burger after as well. Banging.
What was you disappointed in?
Just the way I ran it. I thought I'd be closer to 16:30. I went out stupidly front of the pack, run the first mile in like 5:10, sort of held pace second mile and died the last mile, just absolutely died. But we went off and like no one was taking the race on, so it was just like I turned around, I'm in the top 3, and you know it's like, and you start thinking I could win this, I could get top 3 here.
Yeah,
Calm down, mate.
But yeah, do you know
what I mean? K-in, I'm thinking, hang on, got a chance here, top 3. So you just it's only 5k, I'll be able to hang it. Nah. So that's why I was disappointed. I ran it like a fucking amateur.
Never mind.
What about you? Any sprint finish this week? Because you blitzed your time from the first race.
Yeah. I didn't want to go. Like, I was leaving work and I thought, no, if I wasn't raising money, I would have just got off of my junction and gone home and binned it off, probably. Couldn't be bothered. And then I was there and I thought, you know what, I might as well fucking have a go. And I thought, I'll just go out now, go out to 10-minute miles and just kick for the last half mile, and that should get me 29:59 roughly, like, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then I was about a K in, half a K in maybe, or just maybe, I don't know, because my watch is in miles because of you now, isn't it? But I must have been maybe a K in, and I was running 8.5 minute Ks, but I wasn't dying, but I thought, that's not sustainable. What the fuck are you doing? Like,
yeah.
So I slowed that down, and then sat in on like 9.5 comfortably. And yeah, my breath just stayed. The conditions were perfect. It was fantastic. You don't get conditions like that down Aberafan for a 5k ever, I don't think. There's not much wind. The heat was perfect. So yeah, it was just fantastic. I felt so good the entire way through. It's mad what a good week. I've only been training for a week, really, haven't I? Because I was a fucking shambles in Mega. And then after Mega, for a little
what consistency can do.
I know, it's mad. But so yeah, to run that time, because I was coming in to finish, and I told Kembo before, 29:59, sub 30, that's what I need now. And Kembo was like, come on, kick. I looked at my watch, I said, Kembo, we don't need to kick. It's fucking, I got plenty of time. It was mad. Yeah, I could fucking stop. But yeah, so like I was so proud that I was weird, like it's weird, and that's what like is important about everyone's running journey, and like you'll be fucking devastated with a 28-minute 5k, like. But everyone's run is different, isn't it? And to do that after the month before 30, not really doing anything, and again, it's going to be 4 weeks of training on top of the next one now. So to see what I can do down there. And then I'm probably going to have to start like thinking about adjusting my diet and stuff like that then as well. But let's fucking walk before we can run and stop eating chocolate bars all the time.
Nothing wrong with that, mate. I fucking love the chocolate. No, it's great. And like you say, to see such an improvement, that now, I think, I don't know, it seems like it all the way you're continuing, you're being more consistent. It gives you that little boost, doesn't it? Like little wins all the time. That's what you've got to keep pushing towards. Just not big wins and big stupid goals, just little wins.
Yeah, so that's the next one now. I'm still on the fence about Swansea 10k maybe, because it's a long time then until Richard Burton, innit? But maybe Swansea 10k and then Richard Burton and then fuck all until London, really. Just work. I'm enjoying running again and enjoying the work and enjoying making videos.
The main thing.
Yeah, everything's going well at the moment. And speaking of the running and everything's all tied in together, fucking, like I've been quite, like the last month, I said last night in the video, it's been quite like overwhelming since Mega 10k, I think, and like you're rocking up a Mega 10k and people knowing, no one who you are, sounds like you're a fucking film star, but let's not forget, I'm a fucking slob, like, and all these fast people are there, like knowing who you are and genuinely like happy to see you and concerned and wishing you well and stuff. And then the fundraiser's been going for 3 weeks, and that's almost on 700 quid, which will be 25% of the target raised in 3 weeks. And I didn't know most of the people who have donated. Like I said, I didn't have a relationship with,
No.
or didn't even know it did 2 years ago. So we must be doing something right. And yeah, it's just fucking being quite, I don't know, proud's the wrong word again. I think it's just nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I can imagine it's probably like overwhelming. It could be the right word. I don't know. We're not the best at English, we. But yeah, overwhelming. And if you like to see, that's like I said to you the other day, that's just an unbelievable start. Like so far away from me. I know you're doing the right thing. You've got to start as soon as you can, innit? Because it's a big target to raise. But yeah, to get that much already from like our broader network, and you could say, innit? Because obviously, closer you get, you push your people you know more then, don't you? And can nag and will
Yeah,
take your nagging and take your
yeah,
shit.
not,
People like that, it's just unbelievable that they're even thinking of it and want to give, innit?
yeah. No, I know. Obviously, I made fun of BenQ last week, and I know obviously everyone will donate eventually. Like I'm not slagging off the people I've known for longer than 2 years. It's just mad that there's a community of people that
Yeah,
we've gotten to know in the last 2 years who will get behind us in everything we do, like whether it's
yeah,
selling vests or t-shirts
yeah,
or supporting us at races or donating to fundraisers. It's fucking mental.
yeah, 100%. It's like you say, it's still mad when you see people in vests and tops, and people come up and say hello, and you don't know, like say, I didn't know you 2 years
Yeah,
ago. We do
bunker.
appreciate everyone.
We do. But on the fundraising, it looks like all systems go
Yes,
for the Runs Bleep Test Championship. I like that. I think
this is going to be
it's
good.
just,
Yeah, because
isn't it?
this could be like, you don't need to be a runner, like you said. You could be a high rocks, a fucking netball player, tennis player, footballers, because they do it in their pre-seasons, don't they? Most of them. So this could be a real good sort of bit of fun, but like a proper challenge that is going to be a bit of entertainment as well.
Yeah. And so I need to figure out like a couple of the logistics. It's probably going to be in the colder months and stuff like that because we've got people that are training in blocks for stuff for the moment. So whether we look at an indoor venue or an outdoor venue, whether we look at a girls' race and a boys' race, but yeah, there's plenty of interest in this. So I guess that will be a fundraiser that I set up now over the next kind of maybe October, November, depending on. I'll have a look at the race calendar and stuff like that, obviously.
Yeah,
But
because obviously you've got obviously we don't want to push it out with the summer races. That's up to you, and it's your fucking fundraiser. But yeah, like we'll have to try and work something out, like say a venue,
yeah,
couple of ideas, but yeah, and obviously gauge the actual people of interest and who pay to enter that, and then how if we do have to split it because of numbers, then so be it. But it's still going to be, I
yeah,
think it'll be a good bit of fun, but also who doesn't want to be the bleep test champ, innit?
no, exactly. And maybe we started this year for the fundraiser, and then it's an annual event or something, which is
Yeah,
a little bit different for us to do rather than a 5K or not. It's just something
yeah,
that's a bit of fun. We'll get some trophies made up: boys champ, women's champ, girls champ, whatever. But yeah, this year that's probably going to be a fundraiser that, tenner donation to enter. And then the venue, like I said, I was thinking of timing and stuff like that, regardless of the venue, it's probably going to be a sports club in it because that's where the space is. But if you done a women's race 10 till half 10 and then have a little break, and the boys race at 11 till half 11, the bars are opening and stuff like that as well. And so everyone can have a pint or whatever after and a little bit of our
social,
social after. Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
Listen
Um,
for
yeah.
more news.
Another opportunity we've been granted for the podcast this weekend. We made our triathlon commentary debut, and boy, was that fucking tough. Good fun, though. I really enjoyed it, but it was hard.
It was hard. It was an early start, but yeah, it was called triathlon.
Earlier for you.
It was called Trident. Yeah, they invited us down to do the commentary along with Racked. Yeah, just thankful for that. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, but a real good day. Enjoyed it. The sun was out. A lot of good racing on. But how hard is that trying to flick to a list? Because obviously we don't know that many triathletes. We know a few. More the local boys and other people that are runners that triathletes that we know, but looking through that list, trying to identify people, looking at their numbers, coming in and out of transition was chaos on the run course, because it was like back, you were sort of standing on one side, but I loved it, like we said in my post, your posts, totally off the cuff, really enjoyed it, hope everyone else did down there, and had a bit of fun with it, but yeah, some good racing, and yeah, it was a good day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed. And like a special kind of like shout out to fucking commentators and stuff like that, like people like James Thee, like how you do it, because like next year, if we do it again, when they're submitting their applications, they're going to have to provide a fun fact or something, because
Yeah.
you just need to go on. By the time I'd find someone's name, like if they were number like 200 or something, by the time I found their name, they were gone. Like I was after like Nick Jordan's on the way down.
Yeah.
Like it was like a loop whenever. Yeah, a couple of teething problems, which is always going to happen with. Look, we can't sit there and slag off other races for mistakes and then ignore the ones that happened. But it's the first event as well. A couple of people went in the wrong distance, wrong direction and stuff like that. We can't pick and choose the ones we kind of drag out, and we were there, and we were lucky enough to be invited, but they're aware of it, and it's something they have to fix for next year's edition, isn't it?
Yeah, there was like the lead men first loop coming back. They ended up running up the top of the prom when they should have been on the bottom. I think it was just marshalling directed them the wrong way, and then the marshals that were by where we were set up sort of didn't seem to know if they were meant to come in there and turn. So we had to help out a bit. But yeah, we told them there and then as well, didn't we? Buck your ideas up, and yeah, you should know things if you're marshalling. You should have read your race briefing, but no harm done. I think there was obviously a couple of DQs when it from bike issues that was, or not the run. A couple of athletes, unfortunately, off the podium got DQ'd because I think there was a neutral zone somewhere when they ran into stop zone, and yeah, so that was a bit unfortunate. But
Junction, isn't it?
rules are rules.
Yeah. Our mates, RDNTS were down there as well, with their hats, their socks, their jumpers. They give us a couple of bits. So shout out to Bishi and Alec. RDNTS, if you don't know, get to know, check them out. This jumper's really comfy. I know the t-shirts are comfy as well.
Yeah.
And I always, I know the hats there too. The sock, really good stuff.
Really good running socks.
Yeah. Just, two boys that have got full-time jobs. One's a barber, the other one's a bonehead. So, yeah, check them out.
Brilliant.
And that's everything that's been happening. This weekend, this Saturday, where are we going?
We are down Barry Bados Park Run. We're going to be there.
We are.
We said we'd come down after having the pod with Matthew Watkins, who obviously lives down there now. So we're going to go on a little park run tourism. We will be there. It'd be nice to see a few friendly faces down there. Come and join in. We probably, because the weather's looking good, might have a dip straight after and then a cup of tea and coffee, innit? Bit of a social for our.
Yeah, a couple of hours down Barry. Hard park run. Never done it, have you?
Never done it, so yeah, looking forward to it. So 2 loops in it, bit of hills in it. Yeah, different one to tick off a list.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, you said.
But you're okay. Yeah, and then hopefully the tide plays ball and we can have a nice little dip. I might bring my dry robe.
You won't need a dry robe. It's going to be about 20 degrees 9 in the morning.
And then, cup of tea in Marco's and then off to do whatever we do for the rest of the weekend. I might, do a long run on Sunday and see where the legs are for that, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 miles.
Nice.
Somewhere around a bit longer than I've been doing, just to see where I are.
I'm in different. Love it.
Why do we got the weather like?
Sorry?
Because it'll be gone soon. Why do we got the weather? Because this is going to be gone soon.
Yeah, you're right.
Get out and get it done.
Yeah, get out, get the tops off, get a suntan on for free.
Absolutely.
That's
running. Everything we've got this week, I think, isn't it?
I think so. That was, what else was it? Oh, Tonopandi, last push for that. I think it's the last couple of days to get some entries in. Please, if you can get there, come and run with us, Smugs, on the community one. If you're faster than 21, get in the elite races. let's get up there, have a good day of it.
Yeah.
There's going to be some good footage. There's loads
Yeah.
to do up there. We've banged on about it, but I think there's only a couple of days left to enter. So hit the link, enter, and get up there. It's a great track, great location, hopefully great weather. Come along.
Absolutely. I might do the 5K. I'm not quite sure yet, but I might as well. You know.
The community one, yeah. Well, I was thinking like jog round, interview people as we're going round. Maybe like I was going to drop back,
Yeah, you
talk to
can.
people. Yeah, do a bit of that.
Yeah. Well, now I know Conall's going to be there. I might just get him to slip him a couple of quid to do 30 minutes side by side with me.
Yeah, side by side with you. Not if he's going to race as well later. Oh, it might be a good warm up.
Oh, here we are. Right. True. Lovely week. Thoroughly enjoyed the chat with Conall. My starter score was a little bit off because we switched it around and stuff like that, but needs must the other race to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing much left apart from you to wrap it up, Nick.
No, another week done and dusted. Another top guest. Appreciate him and his time yet again. He's doing some good stuff. Check him out on Insta. When we clip up some links, he's gone into full-time influencing, running, vlogging. Yeah, but also a good runner. So yeah, it was good to get him on and have a good chat. And we'll see him in person next week, which is good. But yeah, another week done with us boneheads. And we'll see you on a start line somewhere soon.